Welcome back to the XL Energy Center for the second of a back-to-back set of games. We'll take a look at the Ford goaltending matchup. And there's Corey Crawford. This matchup went to the Wild on Saturday night. Crawford has given up 2 or fewer in 6 of his 9 games so far this season. But on Saturday, 5 went in on 25 shots. And the other end, Nick Backstrom, was terrific in the game, particularly early. He was great for the Minnesota Wild. The chances in that game were 17-10 for the Hawks, but the goals were 5-3 for the Wild. And now we're underway in this one.
And the first period of Blackhawk Hockey is brought to you by Chevy and ChevyDriveChicago.com.
Quenneville, as the visiting coach, put his starting lineup in first. So he's got Taves, Sharp, and Hossa together to open the game this evening. The Brodziak line is on for the Wild. And Cook cleared it toward the middle. Brodziak chased it down. Good back pressure from Taves to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Now Danny Heatley will drop it back to Ryan Suter. And Suter will skate it forward to Cook, pushing it deep. Wild looking to complete a change here, and there's Brad Mills, who played his first game as a Hawk the other night. This one is dumped in. Prosser checked in behind by Bolig. Mills dropped it back. Oduya's long one. Never got to the net. And now the puck cleared to center. Bouncing to the Wild, and they regroup. Scandella. Leave it to Prosser. He'll bank it deep.
Coach Q coming with his 4th line here, Pat, in a second rotation right out of the door.
Well, he'll do this type of thing, just go a little bit out of the ordinary whenever he doesn't like the way things are going. And when you give up 11 in 2 games, he doesn't like the way things are going. Now it's going to be held in by Dumba. Across for Stoner. His long flip shot blocked out in front, Hjalmarsson. And this defense pairing of Hjalmarsson and Oduya, they got 51 blocks between them in the first 12 games of the year. Here's Saad working the corner, drives the net, and poke check by Backstrom at the last moment. Seabrook kept it into Keith. His long blast is off the mark. And now Granlund failed to get it out. It bounced to Keith. Duncan Keith's pass just out of the reach of Saad. Now taken by Kane. To Seabrook, to Keith. Peary dropped it to Seabrook. A long flipper, never got to the net. And Niederreiter's out there without a stick, which is broken. It's taken by Keith to Kane. Seabrook sneaks in. There's the pass. He tried a shot. Good block out in front by Granlund. Seabrook has it back to Kane. The one-timer into the glove of Backstrom. Good shift here for the line of Peary, Kane, and Saad.
Well, it all started because of the good power move by Brandon Saad right here, Pat. You called it. Take it right to the net. No hesitation at all. Good stop from Nicholas Backstrom. And then the great recognition by Brent Seabrook to recognize that Niederreiter did not have a stick. So try to isolate that man without a stick. Seabrook got in. Unfortunately, just mishandled the opportunity. So a good start in the first 2.5+ minutes.
Nick Leddy, a nice move away from Parise, and out he comes. Sheldon Brookbank is back in the Hawks lineup tonight, dumping it in. Picked up by Bickle for Shaw. Checked right away before he could shoot. Now Spurgeon cleared it up the boards, and Morin tried to keep it in. Again, Spurgeon nearly turned it over, but it was right to the feet of Shaw. So it escapes the zone, and now it's picked up by Bickle. Hawks are changing as Hjalmarsson moved it forward, but Hossa checked right away as the puck arrived. Leddy turned it over. Here's a chance for Brodziak. A shot. Oh, and he shot it right through the legs of Brookbank, but it would miss the net. Prosser's long one. Kicked away. Proper game. Rebounded. Cook. Had his shot partially blocked. Into the corner. Brodziak spins it back to Prosser. Then Scandella. His wrister blocked. Scandella, though, kept it in. And Hossa on his shield and in the corner. Brookbank absorbing contact, held the puck nicely. And Taves able to bounce it out of there. Taves lost it as he got to the line. And now a hand pass will bring on a whistle.
Well, time now for a Hyundai what to look for. And for Coach Q, penalty kill is at the bottom of the league. So stay out of the box and more second chance opportunities. And talk about a second chance opportunity. The Wild with the shot, and then the second chance there for Matt Cook. Great help from Marian Hossa to get the stick on the puck away from Matt Cook to help that puck go up and over Crawford.
A wrister from Keith is stopped by Backstrom, and Peary, a good read to get back and dunk at Keith's spot after the D-man had jumped up a little bit into the play. The forward was back defensively. And he's got it now. Peary dropping it to Seabrook. This D pairing, Keith and Seabrook, were a -2 on Saturday night against the Wild. And now Peary able to win a puck battle, but his pass deflects, and Suter moves it back for the Wild. Seabrook broke it up. Shaw cleared it in. There's Bickle trying to get around and checked out this time. He was hammered to the deck on a good shoulder from Stoner. And Veilleux put it back into the Hawks zone. This fourth line for Minnesota was -2 against the Hawks the other night. Well, the visitors would like to try to cash this evening against this grouping led by the centerman Kanapka. With the Mitchell and Veilleux. A board battle in the neutral zone won by Andrew Shaw. He dumped it. Stoner back. Dumba checked by Shaw. And by the way, in terms of the hits, the Blackhawks out-hit the Wild 34-15 on Saturday night, which is notable because that's only the third time this season the Hawks have out-hit their opponent. And of course, you know, they're a puck possession team. They rarely out-hit anybody last year and won the Stanley Cup. So those numbers don't tell always the whole story. But when you more than double your opponent's hits and you're the Blackhawks, that's notable. Hossa put it in behind for Sharp. His pass was kicked loose. Held in Chalmerson. He didn't quite keep it in. Offside is whistled. 6 minutes gone by in the opening period, scoreless. A reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, look forward to Miller time later in the game tonight. It'll be brought to you by Miller Lite.
We had a chance to visit with Assistant General Manager Norm McIver before the game.
There's Dennis LaRue, who's paired up with Brad Myers, the two referees tonight, the linesmen Jay Shares and Mark Wheeler. And you were saying?
Yeah, good to see Normie. Norm McIver, Assistant General Manager for the Blackhawks, and he said he got a chance to see the American Hockey League affiliate of the Blackhawks, the Rockford Ice Hogs, and said that Antti Raanta, the goaltender, played extremely well in their win 3-2 against Texas the other day. So congratulations to the Ice Hogs, and always good to see Normie on the road.
Here's Brookbank with a long wrist shot and a blocker save. Rebound Sharp. It just jumped away from him to Cook. And Cook trying to chase his own dump and was short of center when he flipped that, and he didn't have the reverse spin on it, so it rolled too far and it's icing.
Well, when the Hawks are really creating and generate offensive opportunities, more times than not, Pat, their defensemen are right in the middle of it. And good passing play, net front presence, but again, an area of concern is getting those second chance opportunities. So when you got to be in front of the net, you got to be on your way when that shot is coming. Because if you sit there and wait for the shot, it's going to be too late.
Seabrook in deep for Kane. Patrick Kane works and dropped it back to Keith, looking for a lane, wanted a tip, but it was too hot to handle for Seabrook, who was down low on the play. And the Wild able to clear it out. Duncan Keith, a long pass for Peary. In it goes. Hawks looking to complete a change, but puck took a funny hop, and Parise takes over for the Wild. Scandella needs help from Fontaine, and now Parise. His pass deflected center. Mills the other way. Brad Mills with a wrist shot into the glove of Nick Backstrom.
Well, 1-2 is the inside story. The 2013 Stanley Cup champion Blackhawks, the 240-page hardcover book chronicles the Blackhawks' dream season from the streak to the Stanley Cup to the banner raising. Plus, each book includes Blackhawks TV's championship DVD, 17 seconds. For more info, visit ChicagoBlackhawks.com.
The Hawks' third line tonight comprising Shaw at center between Bickell and Morin. Now here's a steal by the Wild. Chance. Granlund put it in front. Oh, he's hoping for Pominville, but the pass missed him, or at least he was unable to redirect it. Puck cleared up the boards, and Morin hacked it loose. Here's Bickell looking for Shaw. Andrew Shaw was checked. And the Wild able to clear the zone.
Good finish check there from Jeremy Morin on Nate Prosser behind the play.
And Morin the other night, in his Hawks debut for this year, was on the ice for only 10.5 minutes, but he had 4 hits on Saturday. There's a miscue and a pass, icing Wild.
Well, transition game. Johnny Oduya tries to move this puck up the ice. Good steal there from Pominville. Gives it over to Granlund. As you mentioned, Pat, the pass does not connect. It was up and over the stick of Jason Pominville, but a quick developing play, 2-on-1 from the blue line in after the steal and transition game of the Wild.
And as you mentioned, Pominville scored twice on Saturday night. And on both occasions, passes like that from Granlund were the ones that he finished off. So it's been a formidable duo the last couple of outings for the Wild. And Granlund getting a chance because Charlie Coyle, a guy they picked up in a trade last year, has been hurt. He's normally been their second-line center, but Granlund really making the most of his opportunity the last couple of games. And icing here, Chicago. Meanwhile, Nick Leddy was hit real hard as he laid that puck from his own end.
Yeah, Torrey Mitchell with the real big hit in behind Corey Crawford. Most plays are going to happen. You're going to go back for a puck. You're going to have to reverse it, take a hit to make a play, and that's what Leddy did. Just bounce right back up and play on.
Here he gets tossed, so Saad comes in against Koivu, who wins cleanly. Suter, Spurgeon's long one, and a save by Crawford. He's able to hang on to it with lots of net presence there from the Wild forwards, but they got no loose change.
Well, Spurgeon shoots this puck really from the sideboards, Pat, right inside the blue line. Not a great angle, but he got the puck through there, and I'm not sure if Parise gets a stick on it the last second before Crawford makes that stop.
Spurgeon tries again. This one's wide. And Hossa slings it back around the boards. Hjalmarsson out to center. Hossa missed it. And Parise for Koivu. Good stick there from Oduya, but it's carried on to Parise. Dropped it back. Suter's long shot. Good left pad from Crawford. Spurgeon kept it in. Now Fontaine checked by Oduya. Parise in after it. Fontaine for the Wild. Spins it back. Here's Suter, who's open. Walks and had a shot blocked. And it's batted back towards Sharp, who cleared the zone. Fontaine back in. Good stick lift from Hossa, who makes the steal. Well, the Wild got all 5 back. And Eddie, I don't know about you, to me it was really noticeable the other night. I don't think the Blackhawks until late in the game had an odd man rush, and that was when Morin, they got a great lead pass and they drew a penalty, but Minnesota really well schooled, and they get that third forward always back defensively.
Yeah, they're going to stay back and understand that they're not going to try to play that type of transition type of game. When they have the puck, they're not afraid to go 5 forward, but if you're not sure, you're always going to have somebody back.
That's offside. We've reached the halfway point of the first period, still scoreless in St. Paul.
Well, time now for our Geico quote, and it comes from the captain on the breakdowns against the Wild. We have to tighten that up, Taves said, and get back to playing that solid checking game we know how to play. Our talent and our ability is going to take over when the work ethic is there. We know what we have to be and be a lot better.
He's also talked about himself a little bit. staying out of the box. He's taken more penalties here in the early going than we're used to seeing. And, of course, that takes one of the better PK guys off the ice for the Blackhawks when that happens. A little board battle in behind, and Dumba came to dig it away. Leighton Stoner rolled it ahead. Michael Granlund gets the line with a wrist shot. Right on, soaked up by Corey Crawford.
Well, tomorrow night, it's the Hawks and the Ottawa Senators at the United Center. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Chevy pregame live. You get Hawks, you get the Sens. Tomorrow at 6:30, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
And by
also,
the way,
yeah, absolutely. A limited number of lower-level tickets have just become available for tomorrow night's game against the Ottawa Senators. To purchase, visit ChicagoBlackhawks.com.
Off the draw by you, a backhander, and a save made by Crawford. Bowling able to tap it out. Now Hjalmarsson. And it's clear to the neutral zone. Scandella pursued by Kruger, and then a good jolt delivered by Bowling, but the Wild able to get out. Kanapka dumped it into this battle of fourth line. Kane free. The DeVeyu, whose shot was blockered aside. Kanapka rolled it to Mitchell. He's checked. And picked up by Brookbank.
That was Nick Leddy, Pat, on Torrey Mitchell. A little extra oomph on that one after Mitchell's the guy that put Leddy down behind Corey Crawford a little earlier.
And you just like that entire sequence because instead of retaliating right away, just wait till later in the game when the chance presents itself and you don't take a penalty. Just get them back cleanly.
Yeah, and when you start running around looking for hits, Pat, mistakes are going to happen, space is going to open up, and there's probably a pretty good chance you're going to take a penalty. So when the hit is there, you take it. Coaches, fans want players and teams to be physical. Well, you have to be able to know when to be physical, because if you start trying to initiate, more times than not, the puck's going to end up in the back of your net, especially at this level.
That one jumps into the Blackhawks bench. Hawks on the road this year are 2-1-1. They're having the best road record in the league last year during the lockout season. As we told you earlier, the Wild have just been great here at home. Seabrook taken down. Hawks are going to get the game's first power play. Here's Taves into the zone, walking to the middle, and that is stick tied up, so the Chicago power play will get its first chance.
That's going to be on Zach Parise.
Minnesota penalty.
And the Hawks are actually in the middle of a change there, Pat. Joel Quenneville wanted to get a matchup, and look, left part of your screen, you can see all the Blackhawk players coming off the ice. There's a trip by Parise. Patrick Kane playing like an official as well, putting his arms up after seeing his teammate get tripped up.
Hawks power play has goals in 4 straight games. 4 of the last 18 have been cashed. And the Minnesota Wild have given up 12 goals against while shorthanded. That's the most in the NHL. Cook working hard here. Sharp trying to corral him on the boards, but he dug it loose to Mitchell, whose shot was tipped by a Hawks player. That's a big stop by Corey Crawford. Torrey Mitchell's shot was going to go wide. It hit Duncan Keith, and that required a terrific stop from Crawford. Kane had to escape him on the boards. Now back comes Kanapka. Poke check by Keith. Sharp on the counterattack. Gains the zone. Wants Kane. Now they get things set up. Patrick Kane with a minute of power play time. Here's Sharp to Leddy. Looking for Seabrook. Back to Leddy. No, couldn't find a lane. Leddy hangs on. Taves in the front of the net. Hawks in a 1-3-1. Now it comes across to Sharp. Here's a long blast. Good save. Backstrom in traffic. Rebound to the Wild. They cleared. Half a minute of power play time as Leddy sends Hossa in there. His pass off a skate to Nick Leddy. He scoops it over to Seabrook. Hossa with Peary near the front of the net. Hossa shot, and Backstrom had a good look at that. Rebound to the corner. Saad is checked. And loose Stoner. He cleared it. And that finishes the Minnesota penalty. Both teams at full strength. Here's a chance for Hossa moving in. Centered it. One-timer from Saad was shanked off the toe of his stick, or the heel rather. Meanwhile, a hand pass in the offensive zone for a whistle with 6 minutes gone by in a scoreless first. And it's scoreless because Crawford was great on a shot that should have been dangerous but turned into a tough save for him.
So time now for our Illinois Lottery flashback. Well, on this date back in 1967, the Hawks faced a team from Minnesota for the first time. No, that's not Don Beaupre or Cesar Maniago. But Donnie Beaupre is in the building.
Yeah.
And they beat the North Stars 4-2 in Minneapolis. Eric Nestorenko with a three-point night, a goal and 2 apples.
All right, elbows. What a wonderful man. And he's been to the Blackhawks convention the last couple of summers, and what a treat. Eric Nestorenko, in his 70s, still a very special individual. Just a blast to be around him.
Went to a hockey camp where he was, Pat, and it was, I want to say it was down near Rockford. It was a wagon wheel. It was down there. Yeah, he was down there.
Hey, while we have a second, a quick shout out, a birthday shout out to Mother Mary, my roomie from last week, celebrating her 39th birthday again today. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Now, you never told me who was in charge of the remote control.
You know, I never have anything to say about that. When she's around, it's pretty well all Mary on that one. All right, Fontaine cleared it into the Hawk zone. Oduya pressured by Spurgeon. He bodies him off the puck, won it, and then just failed to connect on a pass. Parise put it in front. Fontaine tried to get to the forehand with a shot. It just missed the mark. That was tough attempt. Crawford makes the save. It's still loose. And the whistle is gone. The referee apparently lost sight of the puck, even though it appeared to be loose the entire time. And there you see Brad Meyer pointing to the faceoff, and the Wild's going, hey, man, it was loose. Why'd you stop it?
Now the Hawks catch a break here. Quick developing play. The shot by Fontaine, the play by Zach Parise. Left part of your screen, there's the official. And that's a premature whistle for sure. I mean, that puck was clearly loose. And the Hawks will take that whistle.
Now Kane. Peary chasing in. Stoner got there first. Peary steals, could not get it out in front. And it deflects over to Keith. A long flip shot into the glove of Nicholas Backstrom.
Well, tomorrow, catch the Lance Briggs Show on Comcast Sportsnet. The Bears linebacker will take you inside the game and get you ready for the Monday night matchup against the Packers. Only on the Lance Briggs Show, presented by GWC Law, tomorrow at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Patrick Kane. There's Seabrook, who was well covered. Now Brodziak sends it up the boards. Granlund trying to chase it down at center. But it's taken back by Saad. Brandon Saad without a point in his last 3 games. Got this one to Keith. Keith tried to give it back to Saad. It was behind him, and Niederreiter got it out of there. 4 minutes to go in the first period. Hawks have been credited with only 4 shots up till now. Minnesota's had 8.
Including a power play for the Hawks as well, Pat.
Here's Leddy picking up some speed. Gains the line to Morin with a shot. Blocked away. No, good save by Backstrom. Rebound. That shot hit traffic from Kruger. Now a point blanker. A shot into the glove. Good save on Bolig by Backstrom. And as he was the other night, not tested as often tonight, but Nick Backstrom really good early in this game.
Well, this all started, Pat, because of the shot by Jeremy Morin from our Xfinity Telestrator. You shoot the puck, good things are going to happen. Rebound chance. Here comes Kruger. Blocked. Kruger again. Blocked. And then Bolig on the backhand. So again, talking about wanting more second chance opportunities. That first initial shot, but people have to be there in order to create those second and third chance opportunities.
Mills wins it, draw to Hjalmarsson, whose shot is smothered and bounce out of the zone. That's going to be offside if Kruger touched it. He wisely backs away. And so the Wild now dump it in. Kruger goes up the boards. Bolig has a little room. Put it on the stick of Mills. Chasing in against Stoner. Now Mitchell for Minnesota. And they're able to send it in. Leddy back. Nick Leddy 4 assists in his last 4 games. He gave it to Brookbank. Hawks get it in there. Mikko Koivu shot it the other way. Hjalmarsson. Now to Hossa. Here comes Johnny Oduya into the zone. Oduya puts it in behind. Hossa. Trying to work it loose. He did to Sharp with a tough edge goal. What a play by Hossa, and Patrick Sharp from a terrible angle able to find a little bit of net. And Sharp breaking his drought of 5 points, 5 games without a goal. It's his second, and maybe now the floodgates open.
Well, the battle below the goal line won by the Hawks. Win a race by Sharp. Good support there from Marian Hossa. The quick little play. Backhand, forehand from below the goal line. Watch Nicholas Backstrom. He's going to work himself back to that side, and he doesn't even realize the puck's in the back of the net. And the Hawks with a huge goal here late in the first.
Spectacular work by Hossa working the end boards. And Sharp, after all those great chances, he managed to finish one from a most difficult angle. Here's Bickle now. His pass broken up by Cook. Ahead for Brodziak, moving in on Seabrook. Good stick from Brent Seabrook.
Chicago, his second of the season, number 10, Patrick Sharp.
Now they fight for it in the corner. It jumped loose to Keith for Bickle to Morin. And a blocker save by Backstrom. He puts that up off the netting.
I got a birthday shout out here to Eileen Ciesmeyer. 85 years young, a huge Blackhawk fan. Thinks you're the greatest. Well, who doesn't? But happy birthday to Eileen Ciesmeyer, a huge Blackhawks fan.
All right, now Granlund fires it around the boards. 100 seconds to go in the first. It was cleared back into the Wild's end. Spurgeon works his way forward. Got it to Granlund. A long wrist shot was deflected wide by Spurgeon. Then bounced back to the side of the net. They hack at it. And the Wild able to clear it up the boards, but Granlund could not keep it in.
Niederreiter with a real good opportunity. I'm not sure if Crawford got a piece of that or not. So that all started because Spurgeon was able to avoid 2 Blackhawk forecheckers and enter the zone, and a couple of quick plays.
Last minute of play in the first period, 1 minute.
Here's Sharp going wide on Scandella. He pulls up. Senator was at the feet of Taves. And 45 for the period. Oduya, who assisted on the first Hawks goal. Put it on the stick of Hjalmarsson. Now back comes Parise. And his pass broken up. Then a quick shot by Koivu's. Blocker side by Crawford. And back goes Scandella for the Wild. Turned it over to Toews for Hossa. Oh, and he couldn't hold the pass. Otherwise, it would have been a great chance. Back come the Wild. Cook moves in. Centered it. Oh, what a save by Crawford on Bronziak. Crawford took the look behind. He wasn't sure, but he had made a brilliant point-blank save. And icing Chicago.
This puck got in between the legs of Corey Crawford. It comes back out the other side, Pat. The missed opportunity at one end there, and look at that. It goes right off the right pad, back out the other side. And then the giveaway by Marco Scandella. Jonathan Toews to Marian Hossa. Looks like they got a 2-on-1. And then Cook's the guy that steals the puck after the puck went over the stick of Marian Hossa.
Kruger able to win the defensive zone draw with a couple seconds remaining, so that will finish the first. And the Hawks are outshot 10-7 by the Minnesota Wild, but Corey Crawford very, very solid. He made 2 or 3 grade A saves in the frame. And at the other end, Patrick Sharp, the beneficiary of some great work behind the net from Marian Hossa. That's the game's only goal so far, as the Hawks looking to make amends for a home ice loss. Have the lead after one period in Minnesota.
Well, Blackhawk fans, remember to bring your Blue Cross and Blue Shield card to all Blackhawk home games for a chance to be a part of the Blue Cross upgrade experience. Carry the card that gives you benefits wherever you are. Blue Cross, through it all. Welcome back to St. Paul, Minnesota. The Hawks with a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Wild as we get ready for the second period. Time now for our Kia drive to the net. And you look at Minnesota native Zach Parise. Well, last season, Zach joined his dad, JP, as the second father and son combination to each score 200-plus goals in the National Hockey League. The first, Bobby, the Golden Jet, and his son, Brett, were the first. Well, that guy will be a teammate of Patrick Kane's come the Olympics in February in Sochi, representing Team USA. And not only, Pat, these guys are playing right now for their respective teams, but they're also on an audition. People might not realize that, but all the countries watching all the particular games and the players and seeing who's playing well and who's right in the middle, who's on the bubble.
Well, if fans don't realize it, believe me,
Sure.
every one of those guys sitting on each bench, they know it. They know they're auditioning for sure. All right, so the Hawks take a 1-goal lead into period 2. Toews steps to the line, dropped it to Sharp, his long shot blocked. And Spurgeon trying to move it ahead. It deflected, though, to Sharp. Patrick Sharp spins to his forehand, dropped it to Keith, a long flipper, kicked aside by Backstrom. Toews, or I should say Hossa, coming out of the corner with it. Marian Hossa now trying to work his way up the middle. Couldn't find a lane. He's still got the puck, though. Got it to Toews, who chopped it just wide. What a maneuver by Hossa in traffic, being pretty well covered the entire time. They couldn't get the puck away from him.
Great start here to the second period, and the second period of Blackhawk hockey is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Seabrook had the puck in his pants. It came free, and Fontaine said, "Oh, Crawford! A spectacular save on a Cook redirect." The Hawks, Seabrook thought the whistle was going to go. It didn't, and next thing you know, Crawford had to come up huge. Now Parise moving in. He's grabbed by Kruger, who's going to get a penalty. Not much doubt about that. He just put the left arm on him, and the Wild to get their first power play chance was one of the best PK guys for Chicago back in the box.
Chicago penalty number 16, a minor for hooking.
Well, the turnover in the middle of the ice, and then there you see the free hand. Not sure what Marcus Kruger was complaining about to the official, but Here's that play, Fontaine to Cook, left part of your screen, and that's a huge stop. That is a great save from Corey Crawford, and you called about that effort there from Marian Hossa, Pat. He generates this all by himself, and then Taves with the chance in front.
All right, the Wild on their first power play tonight. They've got it on the perimeter. Suter looks to Koivu. Sends it down low. Penetrating center pass. Parise was hacked wide by Pominville. Held in Suter. Koivu's one-timer. Good block, Oduya. Bouncing free, and Spurgeon hacked it around the boards. Picked up Oduya. He's able to find the opening. The Wild have scored 13 power play goals, more than any other team in the league. Koivu, good stick there from Keith. But it's going to be held in Suter for Spurgeon. Ryan Suter up the middle with a long shot. Fought off Crawford. It's loose. Hacked wide. Now picked up by Taves with time, and he sends it the other way.
Good help there from Taves to come all the way down. He probably skated about a good 30 feet to come back and get that puck. Close call in front with Parise standing right in front of the net.
Now Fontaine cleared it to Granlund. Dropped it to the boards. Then the return pass. Granlund left it behind for Heatley. Out to Suter. Fontaine to Suter. Tees it up. Sends it down low. Granlund. There's Heatley with a stuff attempt off the side of the goal to Suter. Put it in front. Niederreiter well covered. Mills knocked it away. Hjalmarsson on his second chance. Got it out. And just half a minute left on the Chicago penalty. There's Fontaine. Clearing it into Granlund. His wrist shot is off the mark. He shot it wide. On the long side, it bounces all the way out to Bollig. Brandon Bollig. Cleared it over to Andrew Shaw. Again, Bollig. And it's stripped away by Dumba. Meanwhile, the Hawks penalty over.
So Bollig gets some PK time, Pat, in the preseason. So good job there from Brandon Bollig getting that opportunity with, as you said, right off the bat, you're arguably your best penalty killing forward in the penalty box.
The Hawks get through that shorthanded situation and maintain the lead. Here's Sharp looking towards Taves. Back for Sharp into the zone. Patrick Sharp. Good stick, Scandella. And Cook shot it back the other way. Icing coming against the Wild.
Well, a couple of good opportunities for the Minnesota Wild. Ryan Suter with the shot. There's Zach Parise in front. Watch, it goes right off his right skate past the net. And from our Xfinity telestrator, Pat, you made mention of Brad Mills. Watch the play that he makes on this. The Wild are going to rotate. He comes all the way down and just lifts up the stick right there of Jason Pominville in front of the net. So a good couple of plays by Mills.
Marco Scandella cleared it to Matt Cook. Now Brodziak steps in. Brodziak trying to get away from Leddy. Could not get rid of a shot. Taken by Prosser with a drive and a save. Short side by Crawford. Rebound to the Hawks. Then Sharp. His bank pass picked up by Taves. Looking across to Hossa. His rink wide picked off. And now Cook the other way. Threw it across the ice. Scandella winds it back around. Now Ryan Suter cleared it in. A bouncing puck rolling all the way to Crawford. And now a penalty coming up as Konopka was going up the middle. He went to the deck, and he's going to be sent off.
Konopka's going.
That's what it looked like from the referee. He pointed at Konopka and said, "You follow me over here."
Penalty holding.
Giving him a hold. Well, he stuck that free hand out, Pat, and I think what the referee saw is he kind of slingshotted himself and interfered with Sheldon Brookbank. Well, the Hawks with a strong penalty kill, and now they're going to get an opportunity on the power play for the second time tonight.
So Taves, Kane, and Shaw will be in front of Keith and Sharp. This extra man opportunity. Face-off win to the Hawks. And Kane. There's Taves. Popping it out to Keith. Looks across to Sharp. to Keith. He'll put it to the net with a long shot and a save. It's loose. Winds up in the corner. And Suter surrounded. Shaw took it away. Around for Kane. Patrick Kane for Taves to Kane. They're looking for a lane. Nothing there. He still snapped it off. Oh, and the save made. The rebound too hot to handle for Taves. Kane got it back to Sharp. Patrick Kane kicks to the stick. There's Taves. Backdoors Keith. But the pass was to the middle. It hopped loose. Sharp kept it in. Now Kane well covered. Taves has got it. Kane will look back to Sharp. Long one-timer into the glove of Backstrom. And the net presence there from Shaw draws the attention of Spurgeon among others.
A high shot there from Patrick Sharp. Tough to deflect if you're standing in front of the net if you're Andrew Shaw. With the chance for Duncan Keith. Watch this thing change direction. Right at the last second. And here's a shot from Patrick Sharp. You like the idea of shooting the puck from the middle of the ice. Then Spurgeon and Shaw, a little pitchfork there from Spurgeon. The back of the legs of Andrew Shaw.
Here he wins the draw to Leddy. Now Hossa wants Saad. And the Wild able to steal and clear. 45 for the Hawks power play. Saad couldn't hold the pass, but it's carried on by Hossa. Bringing it around for Seabrook. Now Stoner cleared it up the boards. Hawks keep it in. Hossa for Saad. Brandon Saad out to Seabrook. Again Saad. We got Hossa near the front of the net. Here's Peary taking a look. Saad for Hossa, and it just missed his blade. It's going to be held in by Leddy. Seabrook. Peary. Hossa's back door. The pass comes across to Leddy. Nick Leddy to Brent Seabrook. A long flip shot deflected wide by Saad. Harem to the Wild, and Konopka's just out of the box, so both teams full strength as they clear it, and this will go far enough for icing.
A lot of zone time there, Pat, on the power play. Not a lot of substance. He had a good chance from Keith that barely got to Nicholas Backstrom. He had the high shot by Patrick Sharp that Backstrom was able to see. Give the Wild credit. They've done a pretty good job of preventing high-quality chances with the Hawks on the power play twice so far in this game.
Prosser against Morin, who lifts the stick, steals, but his pass in front picked off. And Brodziak scoops it in. Oduya, a long pass for Bickle. He gets the line, snapped it off. The puck was rolling, though, and goes off a leg. Morin, a long flip shot missed.
A dive by Backstrom in front of the net there.
Yeah. Referee didn't buy it, though, and now here come the Wild. Koivu ringing it around for Parise. Mikko Koivu for Zach Parise. Missed him. Pominville got it back to the other side. Taken by Hjalmarsson. Now Pominville. It's taken away by Morin, but he's unable to advance it. Here's Oduya coming the other way, and he'll make sure to get it out, but it's going to go far enough, I think. Yes, it is, for icing.
Well, on Saturday, October 19th, in support of cancer awareness, Blackhawks players wore a one-of-a-kind jersey during warm-ups while coaches and broadcasters wore lavender ties. Each jersey has been individually autographed by the player that wore it and is now available for auction. Bid through November 3rd at ChicagoBlackhawks.com.
Niederreiter into the corner. Heatley comes out with it. His shot goes off a skate. Danny Heatley had it taken away, and the Hawks clear the zone. Now the Wild's Granlund back in. A long backhand flip goes through the slot. Niederreiter to Granlund. Then to Spurgeon for Granlund. Michael Granlund to the middle, shooting. That's blocked out in front by Peary. Brandon Peary able to backhand it out of the zone. And this, it will not go far enough for icing, and Spurgeon has a blowout. Kane, oh, good recovery by Spurgeon. It looked like he might turn it over to the dangerous Patrick Kane. From a prone position, he's able to maintain control. Now Kane's got it. In for Seabrook. Tees up a blast, and a save by Backstrom. 9 minutes have been played here in period 2. It remains 1-0 visitors.
Well, time now for our ANA Airlines upcoming schedule. And the Ottawa Senators in Chicago waiting for the Hawks tomorrow night at the UC. And it's Saturday afternoon in Winnipeg against the Jets. And right back on Sunday night against the Calgary Flames at the UC.
And as Eddie mentioned earlier, a couple of 100 level seats have become available for the game tomorrow night in the UC. ChicagoBlackhawks.com to figure that out. And now it's taken by Seabrook to Keith. Pass missed. Everybody goes down the length for an icing call, which I want to give a shout out, Eddie, to a lady that wrote me a wonderful letter. This is Jamie Waddell, who they live in Lake Villa. And she said, I'm writing you today to thank you wholeheartedly for inspiring my 11-year-old daughter. She went on to say some very nice things, but she said, you've made a huge difference in her life, and I wanted to thank you for that. She admires you and your work so much that she has decided to be you for Halloween. Now, I'm not sure. Well, what does that mean? She's losing her hair, your daughter? Sharp tried to center it. Here's a chance for Seabrook. Shot it wide. So, Fontaine gets it into the zone. Put it in behind. Parise kicked it loose. A steal by Seabrook. Moved it to Hossa to Sharp. That rush jammed up by the Wild.
Gonna have to get her a telestrator or something.
Well, I just want, does she losing her hair? Does she have a big nose? Does she wear clothes that don't go together? I'm really worried about that young lady. But
just for the record, I don't hang my hair up with my pants either.
Well, anyway, thanks to Mrs. Waddell from Lake Villa, and hope your daughter has a great Halloween. Very worried about that young lady, though. Here's Scandella. A long shot, though, and the stick broke of Mills, who tried to block it. Scandella held it in, put it in front. Here's the drive. What a save by Crawford on Niederreiter. Rebound to the Wild's Dumba. And he put it past outside the zone. Hawks trying to get a change. That Mills out there without a stick. In front, Niederreiter. Good save by Crawford, who kicks it out of play. And the first 31 minutes of this game have belonged to Corey Crawford. He has faced 15 shots. He has stopped them all. And about a half a dozen dandies like that.
It's time now.
Well, time now for our GMC professional grade save. Nito Niederreiter with a high, hard one on Corey Crawford. Shoulder, collarbone, mask area. And then Niederreiter had another chance bat right after that. As you see Corey Crawford, and there's Clint Reif, Blackhawk assistant equipment manager, working his 1,000th game tonight. Congratulations to Clint and his family. And fixing the mask there of Corey Crawford. But 2 A+ chances for Niederreiter. And Crawford denies. Attaboy, Clint.
And, of course, the proper tools right in his pocket. He didn't have to look for them. Didn't have to go back to the locker room to find him. He's got everything he needs right close at hand. That's why he's made it to 1,000 in the league.
We talk about it, Pat, and just speaking from experience as a player and a coach and seeing what these guys do. All you young hockey players out there, you're lucky enough to have trainers. Those guys are your lifeline. Take care of those guys. Everything will be all right. Hardest working guys around.
19-year-old Matt Dumba played it around to Stoner. Long pass up the middle. Granlund kicks to the stick. Put it to Pominville. Here's the blast. He scored on a rocket. Jason Pominville assisted for the third time in these 5 periods against the Hawks. The third time Granlund put it on his stick, and he buried it. 1-1.
Couple of things, Pat. Duncan Keith's going to go up into this area here. But you have to recognize there's 1, 2, 3 Minnesota Wild players in behind. This is a 3-on-2 if Dunk stays in the middle. He tries to come and get that puck. Now, Michael Granlund makes a great play in the middle of the ice. He takes it from his skate to his stick, and it passes over to Jason Pominville. And he goes short side high on Corey Crawford.
Assist to number 64, Kyle Granlund. And number 4, Clayton Stoner.
Now Cook able to shoulder Seabrook to the ice, put it in behind, got it back, shot it, and a save by Crawford. Rebound. He only made a second save. Good point-blank chance for the Wild. And the Hawks able to move it out of there. Nate Prosser reverses to Suter. And now Cook. That's going to be another 3-on-2. Cook gets all, and they went offside. Brodziak couldn't hold up. They had a clear 3-on-2 and went offside. The Hawks dodge a bullet.
Well, you talked about the real good stop from Corey Crawford off of Matt Cook. And go back to the goal, Pat. Quick exit, and there's that play by Michael Granlund. We've seen Duncan Keith make that play 999 times out of 1,000, and that one there, Granlund gets a little lucky, but again, understanding where everybody is on the ice, and you like your chances on a 3-on-2 instead of a 2-on-1, and give Pominville credit with putting that puck in behind Corey Crawford. If you're going to step up like that, Pat, you got to have support on the boards. You got to have support on the wings. But Pominville was wide open.
And now the Wild will be guilty of icing.
When you think about it, Pat, I mean, that chance by Pominville, the 2 chances for Niederreiter before that, and then the chance for Cook out of the corner. So in the last, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, they've had 3 A-plus chances, and the Cook chance was an A chance.
The Hawks needing to spend a little bit more time down in this zone to our left. As Brandon Peary put it on the stick of Kane, heads for the net. Kane's flip shot, though, blocked. Bounce to Saad, to Leddy, to Brookbank. Kane sends it in behind. A pinching Leddy kept it in. Brookbank tried to center. It's broken up. And Mitchell had a blowout. Kane steals. The Wild get it back. Held in Leddy. Here's a long shot. Tip. Oh, good save by Backstrom on a Peary redirect. Kane the carom to Brookbank. He scored! Sheldon Brookbank set up by Patrick Kane. And just what the Hawks needed. Peary, Kane, and Saad come through with a great shift, which is kept by a Brookbank blast. 2-1.
Well, the patience of Patrick Kane come to the forefront here. Watch behind the net. Patrick Kane gets it. He knows the goaltender is in desperation mode. And Nicholas Backstrom looked like he took his time here, Pat, to get back. I mean, he just kind of nonchalanted. And then Sheldon Brookbank with Brandon Peary standing off the side of the net. Brookbank puts it in. But the patience of Patrick Kane, to me, was that made the whole play. He didn't try to wrap it around right away with Backstrom off to the side of the net. He held on to it, drew somebody to him. One of the Wild players went sliding down, and then Brookbank too. The recognition to come into the play. Heads up play there by Sheldon Brookbank.
Well, the first goal this season for Sheldon Brookbank, who did not play in the last 2 Hawks games. But coming into the game tonight, Brookbank had been on the ice for 59 minutes, had 7 hits, was even. And just importantly, that physical dimension and the willingness to go to battle for teammates. A big part of why he's on this team and why his teammates, to a man, love him. Just a real good guy and a great teammate.
Absolutely. One of those guys that I'd want to play with. I would want on my team.
All right, now here's a pass for Hossa, looking to drive the net on Suter. Backhand shot kicked away by Backstrom.
Well, Suter did a good job there of back skating, never turning forward and catching a high fly and Marian Hossa down those right wing boards.
Oduya in on Suter, tapped it loose to Taves. Donovan Taves. Out by Morin on the boards. Taves has it again to Sharp. Out for Leddy. Taves. The Sharp for the one-timer. That's blocked. Brookbank tried to keep it in. Got checked. Well, that's going to be an offside play. We'd like to take a moment to send our condolences to the Bloom family. A longtime Blackhawks fan and season ticket holder Thomas Bloom passed earlier today, so our thoughts go out to the Bloom family tonight.
Hey, welcome back to St. Paul from our Xfinity Telestrator. Here's Patrick Kane. But all you young hockey players, I want you to take an eye. You barely can see Sheldon Brookbank, but he's going to walk into this area here once he realizes that Patrick Kane is going to find this open ice. Look at, he comes towards the puck. The ice is there. He takes it. Pat, if he stays way out there, I don't think the puck ends up going in the back of the net.
No.
So great recognition by Sheldon Brookbank. And again, recognizing where the coverage was for the Wild. They were really low, so what did he do? He took that open ice.
Here comes Morin. Bickle chasing into the corner. Working against Prosser. Extend the lead.
Yeah, Marco Scan. Play.
Minnesota, number 6, minor penalty, holding.
Oh, a huge opportunity here for the Hawks on the power play. There's Andrew Shaw, feels it, gets pulled down, that free hand, and right in front of the referee, Denny LaRue.
Third power play of the game for the Blackhawks as Taves wins a draw.
Number 6, Marco Scandella, 2 minutes for holding.
Now Kane
15 minutes. Scandella, Wild holding.
moves in, sends it to Taves. Shaw's at the front of the net. Sharp's got it in the corner. Now Kane able to chase it down, but his pass deflected out. Kane, that is pass picked right out of midair. Here comes Keith. Taves steps in. Keith to Sharp. Fires it around the boards. Taves in behind. Kane now. Patrick Kane moves in with a blast. And a save by Backstrom. Rebound. Spurgeon cleared it. A minute of power play time for Chicago. A long pass from Keith to Kane. Dropped it to the middle. Saad. Kane's in behind. Hossa's at the front of the net. Saad's got it now to Leddy. To Seabrook. Again, Kane. Saad gets to the front here. Now Leddy. Seabrook's long one just missed the far post. The rebound taken by Hossa. Seabrook tries again. Good save. Backstrom in traffic. Rebound Koivu. Couldn't get it out. Held in Seabrook to Leddy. Here it comes. Scores! Nick Leddy! His second point of the game. A rocket by the glove side of Backstrom. And it's 3-1. And the Hawks have a power play goal now in 5 straight games.
Good quick puck movement for the Hawks. Nicholas Backstrom again, Pat. Look, he's on the ice. Never could get back set. And the hometown boy comes back and blows it right over the glove side of Nicholas Backstrom. But the battle in front of the net, Pat, he was on his back again, and he didn't have the urgency to get back up on his feet and get set. Just kind of laid there. And he had Brandon Saad right in front of the net. Well, what a battle in front of the net, and what a release there from Nick Leddy. Coming back home, and a 2-point night to this point for number 8.
All right, now the Wild's Granlund. Shifted loose. Pominville looks back to Granlund. Shot. That's partially blocked out in front to Oduya.
His first of the season, number 8.
Now Moore fights his way through a check. Chased it down, looks to center. Oh, never got to Shaw, who was moving right in the middle. Then a penalty coming up off the play. Hawks are going to be short-handed as Moore is going to be sent off. The Wild get it in. Pominville centered. Here's a play broken up as Granlund was hampered by Seabrook. 6 attackers Wild. Walk in. Suter's shot. Never got through. Hawks get control of the whistle. Finally goes. Well, after yielding a power play goal against, now it's the Wild with a chance to turn the tables. And Duncan Keith in some distress as he heads to the Hawk bench. Having trouble with his right side.
Oh, what a mad scramble in front of Corey Crawford. Well, 200 feet away, about 15 seconds before that, Brian Bickle going hard to the net, stops and knocks down the Minnesota Wild defenseman right in front of the net. I believe that was Spurgeon. Also took out Backstrom again.
Minor penalty, Chicago, number 29.
Now Suter will go to Koivu. Suter looking for a lane, put it across. Here's a long shot. Good save, Crawford. Then he made a second save. A stuff attempt by Parise. Denied on the rebound. Spurgeon off the boards. Hjalmarsson knocked it loose. Now Hjalmarsson around for Oduya. Koivu pressuring him. But the puck cleared out to center. Here comes Jason Pominville. 3 goals in the last 5 periods against the Blackhawks, but this play jammed up and Hossa comes out. Going to try to take a little time off the clock. And we mentioned that Duncan Keith, after his last shift, left the ice looking like he's in some distress. Not enough to keep him out. Right back out there here on the PK. Granlund gets in. Heatley dropped it back. Fontaine to Dumba. 19-year-old Matt Dumba put it to the veteran Danny Heatley. Dumba's faked a one-timer. Now Fontaine will drop it back. Final minute of period 2. Fontaine, the flip shot. He was hoping for a redirect. Didn't get it. Dumba to Heatley. Dumba's one-timer. Missed the mark. Rebound came off the inboard. The shot is saved by Crawford, who got to the far post to deny the stuff attempt by Niederreiter.
Boy, a little head hunting there from Matthew Dumba, letting that puck go. Heatley never looked to shoot the puck, was always looking to set up Dumba in front, and then Niederreiter in front. A little physical play by Brent Seabrook after the chance from Niederreiter. Huge face-off coming here to the right of Corey Crawford.
You see the penalty time remaining. Hawks able to get possession off the draw. Here comes Shaw. Picked off by Dumba at center. But a good stick by Oduya. Finally, Niederreiter carries it in. Brings it around. They battle on the boards. It goes in behind. Granlund flipped it out in front. Glove loose by Oduya. Good play to Hjalmarsson. He got rid of it. Nice work from that deep areas. Bickle right out of the box. Diving poke check, but he still shot it. And fired it just wide with a tough turnaround attempt. He's got it again. The drive. Big save by Backstrom. Rebound. Backstrom made a second save. 6 feet out of the goal. Wow, what a flurry to finish the period after the Hawks penalty kill is very successful. With some good backstopping from Crawford. Then in the final few, Backstrom had to keep his team close.
Boy, what an opportunity. Left part of your screen, top of the screen. Here comes Brian Bickley, catches up to this puck. Backstrom's in no man land. He goes to try to poke check it, and Bickle shoots it back to the other side, and then Bickle gets the puck right back. It looked like Backstrom just lost his net, lost his footing, lost his net probably 3-4 times in the second period.
Well, the Blackhawks have struck a couple times in period 2 after Pominville tied it at 1. The third defense pairing for the Hawks. Brookbank put him in front, and then Leddy on a power play extended the lead, both with their first goals of the year. Hawks up 2.
Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible. And by Toyota. Elevate your style with the 2014 Toyota Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to St. Paul, the Xcel Energy Center, where the Hawks will take a 2-goal lead into the third period. Before that happens, we get a chance to talk to assistant coach Jamie Conpon. And I guess when a team gives up 11 goals in 2 straight games, maybe you get their attention a little bit. How about your feeling about the attention to detail so far tonight?
Well, that was the big thing about us. We want to talk about maybe more so playing without the puck, a sense of urgency, hustling back for position, having that checking mindset. When we have that checking mindset, usually we play with the puck more often than not.
How important was it for not only you, but maybe the entire bench to see Patrick Sharp pot one from a tough angle? I mean, he's got a lot of chances, but it's been frustrating.
It has been. I know he's put a lot of pressure on himself. It's a matter of time before he was going to break out. He got a nice goal, and he got rewarded for it.
And your D-men jumping in there. I mean, both Brookbank and Leddy. I mean, for the third D pair that doesn't get a whole lot of ice, they're coming through huge tonight.
Well, that was a great shift up front. We had a lot of motion. We kept moving. We had them disorganized and disjointed in their end, and Brooksy Kaner made a great play just coming around the net there and finding Brooksy creeping in. It was we always talk about one-time shots, and Led's on the power play. It's good to see him shoot the puck. He's got to do that a lot more now.
There have been a couple third periods that you've not been able to extend leads. What's the mindset going into this with a 2-goal lead?
Hey, nothing changes with our game here. We got to keep going ahead, going hard, and keep doing the right things.
All right, good luck for the final 20. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
That's Jamie Conpon. We always appreciate the Hawks' assistance being willing to put on a headset for us and give us a little update from down by the bench as we get ready for the third, which is underway.
And this third period of Blackhawks hockey is brought to you by Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers.
Now Matt Cook for the Wild. His pass broken up by Sharp. Patrick Sharp unable to get through a check. Left it for Taves. Now Seabrook beaten to it by Cook, but support there from Hossa keeping it in. And finally Spurgeon couldn't get it beyond Keith. And boy, this is the third straight period where the Hawks have had a real good opening shift to begin the 20 minutes.
Well, it could become real infectious for the next lines that are coming out onto the ice.
Hjalmarsson fires this one around the board, held in by the Wild, and eventually it jumped away from Prosser. And as Quenneville has done the first couple periods, the Taves line starts, and then next up is the Kruger line, which would be considered the Hawks' fourth line. So they get a chance to get out there early and have done more than hold their own in these early period scenarios. Koivu bats it free. Fontaine to Parise, and then Parise cuts it with a shot. And a stick save by Crawford. It deflects. Out of play.
And back in that second period, back from our captain, Morgan's RoboCam, I want all you young hockey players to watch this man right here in front, Andrew Shaw. Look where his stick is. You got to get your stick down here. You can always lift it up if the stick is in the air. The shot's there. If you get that stick down, Pat, gives you a better opportunity of redirecting the puck. And I know what Andrew Shaw's thinking about, but you're almost better to do the reverse. Have the stick down and then lift it up as it comes. A lot harder to do when you go the reverse. So a little teaching point there for all you young hockey players out there.
Kane threw it to the front. Both Peary and Saad driving hard to the net, which is, of course, knocked loose with all the commotion there.
A good play from Patrick Kane. Get that puck to the net on the backhand. People going to the net looking for a redirect or a tip in. Second chance opportunity. Good effort by Brandon Saad and Brandon Peary away from the puck.
Now Seabrook will put it deep. Peary had a jump loose, and now Scandella will wind it around the board. Granlund in behind. Tried to send him a quick shot, hit the side of the net. Granlund a wraparound. Crawford beat him to the near post. So did Seabrook. And he clears it off the glass and out. Now the Wild's Granlund ahead for Pominville. Looks to slip it in front. It was poked away by Crawford. Granlund threw it in front. It jumped back to Dumba. A long wrist shot blocked by Keith to Peary. He's able to send Saad up the ice. Brandon Saad around to check. He's going to get to the goal. Saad, a back pass. Open net. Oh, Patrick Kane to tap in with a brilliant setup by Brandon Saad. 4-1. That looked, hey, you better start playing Sweet Georgia Brown.
I think the Minnesota Wild thought that Brandon Saad was going to dump this puck in and go for a change, Pat. But he makes that quick little move, and then here the spinorama backhand pass right to Patrick Kane. Nicholas Backstrom out of his net again. He's lost his net 4 or 5 times here tonight, and Patrick Kane says thank you very much to Brandon Saad. What a play.
So an absolutely spectacular setup by Saad, setting up Kane, who usually if that type of play happens, he's the guy executing the spinorama, but Saad able to execute it there, and the Hawks add to the lead. All right, now here comes Shaw. The puck bounced up into the air, comes down to Mitchell. He missed it. And the Wild able to clear it out. Bayou dumped it. Here's Brookbank to Leddy. And then Sharp gains the line, trying to split the D. He was checked. Carried on. Hossa centered it. That one's picked off. Hossa got it back. Rolled it for Seabrook. A blast. That was tipped wide by Toews. And Stoner will go to the other side. Prosser couldn't get it past Keith. Taken by Sharp. And Brodziak up the boards to Heatley. Now Stoner has some skating room. He will clear it into the zone. Brodziak couldn't get rid of an attempt. And Keith for Chicago. We'll put it to Seabrook. Hawks changing on the dump in. Ryan Suter able to win that puck to Spurgeon. And Suter, who was on the ice for just over 20 minutes out of the first 40. And with them being behind, he'll probably keep that pace. Here's a shot stopped by Backstrom. Mills got his own rebound, put it in front. And we're going to have a penalty coming up against the Blackhawks. So Brandon Bollig ruled to have interfered, and he's going to have a seat.
All right, real good shift there for Brad Mills. Taking a piece of Ryan Suter a couple of times on that shift. Gets a good shot on goal. And there you see knocking over Nicholas Backstrom.
The Hawks PK looking looking to preserve the lead. There's Ryan Suter. We started talking about he's on the ice for half of the first 2 periods. Last year, of course, he led the league in ice time at 27 minutes. This year, he's averaging 29. And if he plays 30 minutes or more tonight, which is probably likely, it would be the 10th time in 13 games that the Wild have played that Suter has been 30 minutes plus. Backhand attempt by Saad is blocked. And Suter coming out. Pointing ahead, I think he wanted Palmerville to start skating, and it didn't really happen. The pass missed as a result, and they'll have to chase back. Now Dumba. Granlund gets into Heatley. Bugs have him sandwiched on the boards. It came loose to Heatley. Dropped it back to Dumba. Heatley with a slap shot blocked by Seabrook. Rebound Granlund. Trying to slip it in front. Seabrook blocked the pass. It's loose. Hacked in behind Granlund. Now Granlund rolled it back to Fontaine. Michael Granlund plays a little catch. Dumba takes over. Granlund's hot pass deflects Fontaine. A shot missed the net. Rebound taken Granlund. Slipped it in front. Now they had Fontaine sneaking in from the point, but the pass missed him. Dumba rings it around. Mills couldn't pick it up on the board. Stoner taking away Mills. Well, that should about finish the Chicago penalty, and as the Wild start back, now both teams are at full strength. It rolled out to Stoner. Put it across. Prosser trying to bank it to the front of the net. Good read. Crawford with a goal stick. It's taken then by Stoner. His long shot. Good save. Oh, that just happened to hit Crawford. Good screen out in front. And Crawford flashed out the right pad. And a big hit by Stoner. Then Bollig came in. Stoner just leveled Shaw. Did not appear there was going to be a penalty on the hit. And Bollig got to the neighborhood, but it's just conversation. A lot of contact, but no further developments. And the Hawks with a 4-1 lead.
Well, here's our BMO Harris bank check replay. Clayton Stoner on Andrew Shaw along those boards. And then Brandon Bollig came right in there, and that's where the penalties happen. The fisticuffs and the pushing and shoving and talking after the hit by Stoner on Shaw.
So Stoner and Bollig go off, and 4 skaters aside. Koivu will chip it deep. Parise gets in. It jumped loose though to Chalmerson. Looking to lead the counterattack. Kane gains the line. Shaw to the net. Kane trying to get the puck there. Shooting. And a save by Backstrom. Rebound Shaw. Taken away. Then Kane nearly got it back. But finally Suter from Minnesota. And the pass stolen away by Kane. Got it to Oduya. Pass was at the feet of Kane, however, and then Parise for the Wild. Able to regain control. Don't forget, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the Ottawa Senators will be in the United Center. As Granlund gains the line, his pass jumped loose, and back comes Jonathan Toews. In behind Saad, slipped it out to Seabrook. Brandon Saad left it for Toews, trying to cycle it off the boards. He finds Keith looking to center. Saad right in, stick edge up on a goal. Brandon Saad, it's showtime in the third period.
Well, you talk about taking advantage of a breakdown. Watching this area right here. There's going to be a collision with the Minnesota Wild. Dumba collides, and then Kane to Keith to Brandon Saad. Little forehand, backhand right between the legs of Nicholas Backstrom. But the quick play by Duncan Keith allowed that chance to happen. And plus you had Brent Seabrook, Pat, skating in front of the net as well. Well, what a move, what a pass. And the Hawks with a commanding lead now.
Hawks ruled offside here. Keith and Taves are given the assists on Saad's third of the year. And he has made a couple things happen in this third period that are of the highlight variety. We had gone 3 straight games without a point. And for a while there, I mean, of course, he was on the line with Jonathan Taves. And in 4 games with Taves, he had just 1 assist and 6 shots in 4 games. So Joel Quenneville shook things up. He's been out with Peary and Kane most of the night tonight. And he's working just beautifully for Brandon Saad, particularly in the late stages.
I don't think there's any doubt, Pat, that Brandon Saad is proven to be a top 6 forward. You have to find the ice time, the opportunity, and I think Coach Q certainly knows that and has gone to that, and the realization is that Brandon Saad has put himself into the conversation of being in the top 6 when it comes to the top 2 lines for the Hawks at the forward position.
Now a shot from a tough angle is handled by Crawford, playing to Brookbank. Put it off the glass. Bounced at center to Peary. In for Kane. Kicks to the stick. Center one. Tip back. Good save. Then he was run over by Saad, who's going to get a penalty. And now Prosser goes after Saad. Gave him a face full of glove. Now another little whack.
I think somebody needs to grab Nate Prosser.
Well, here comes Brookbank, and he's interfered with by Brodziak before he could get in. But that's exactly what Brookbank brings to this Blackhawk group. We talked about it earlier. He is always willing to come to the aid of a teammate. And it'll be interesting to see whether Prosser now has negated what would have been a Minnesota power play.
Well, Brandon Saad throws on the brakes. He tried to avoid the contact. No question penalty. Takes a shot from Brodziak. And then Nate Prosser comes in. And there you see Brookbank, as you mentioned, Pat, coming in, getting stopped there by Scandella.
And there you see Brodziak heading to the Minnesota dressing room. So at the halfway point of the third period, he likely to have gained a misconduct, at least. As the officials, Meyer and LaRue, talking over with the respective captains.
Following penalties have been assessed on Chicago number 20, Brandon Saad, 2 minutes goaltender interference, and number 17, Sheldon Brookbank, 10-minute misconduct. Minnesota number 39, Nate Prosser, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct and a 10-minute misconduct.
So Prosser gets 2 and 10.
Once again, Saad.
And the Hawks have Saad with 2 and Brookbank with 10.
10-minute misconduct. Prosser, 2-minute unsportsmanlike and a.
Well, Quenneville wanted to make sure that it's 4-on-4 for this upcoming scenario.
Yeah, not a good penalty, or not a smart penalty, I should say, if you're Nate Prosser and the Minnesota Wild, understanding you're down by 4, but you're going to get an opportunity on a power play. And your power play's been pretty good, Pat, this year. And again, it wasn't a violent collision, and we've seen Nicholas Backstrom on his backside a lot here tonight. And you know what Prosser's doing there, standing up for his goaltender, but still a lot of hockey to be played. And you take a bad penalty like that, and the Hawks will take it, because it negates that power play.
So does for a side as Koivu chips and chases. Oduya first on it to Shaw. And then Hjalmarsson throws it into Shaw's corner. Patrick Kane will leave it for Shaw in the corner. Now a centering pass, bounced loose in front. Kane tried to get it to Shaw, who took a whack but didn't connect.
A real quiet night for Koivu and Parise tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. The Minnesota goal coming from Pominville midway in the second. And that's all the while been able to muster up against Crawford, who makes another good blocker save that time. Taken by Scandella, sends it across. Now Scandella wants Pominville, it missed him. And Taves the other way. But Suter gets back for the Wild, and he'll have to play it. And he shot it the length of the ice. Here's Hossa in for Sharp. Patrick Sharp checked by Scandella. Then Sharp got it back. Banks it out to Leddy, who put a pass outside the zone. Hjalmarsson wants Hossa, but Stoner had him looked after. And the Wild send it in. The coincidental minors are over. Both teams are back at full strength. And down to 8 minutes remaining in regulation. This one dumped in. Mitchell. Hawks get it back, though. Brad Mills the other way. Mills into the zone with a shot that's blocked by Spurgeon. Torrey Mitchell taken back by Duncan Keith. Spurgeon jammed it loose to center. Comes back to him, and he got it to Brodziak. Long feed for Cook. And Hjalmarsson all over him. Long shot. Stoner blocked Hjalmarsson. Long feed just missing Perrier. He might have been gone. Here's Backstrom out to play it away. And got it to center. And here's Veilleux into the zone. Trying to put it out in front. Kanapka. That's it to the net. It's stopped by Crawford. A hack. Deflected in behind from Heatley. Now picked up by Dumba. His wrister blocked Oduya. Now in front, Heatley took a whack, or Veilleux did, and a save made by Crawford. Rebound to Peary. And Brandon Peary, who's got a couple of points in the game tonight, 2 assists, cleared it out. Here's Andrew Shaw. Fights his way deep into the zone. Hacked loose to Parise, and then Koivu. There's back pressure from Morin. He stripped it loose. And now Seabrook. Or Morin tapping it deep.
To get this kind of lead here, Pat, Joe Quenneville can certainly stretch his bench out. Now you're down a defenseman because Sheldon Brookbank's done for the night. You can roll 4 lines. You can double shift maybe the 4th line here to give your guys a little bit of a breather, because you got to start thinking about tomorrow night when the Ottawa Senators come to town.
Chance for Granlund. Tried a shot that's smothered by Hjalmarsson. And the Hawks clear it the other way. Now back they come. Pominville helped by Granlund. He's checked on the boards. And a pass picked off by Sharp. Down to 5 minutes remaining now. Taves gets in. Sharp. Rolled it into the near corner, and the Wild's Granlund on it.
He's probably been one of the more noticeable forwards for the Wild tonight, Pat. Michael Granlund.
Yeah, he figured in their only goal. He and Palmerville have gotten quite a duo between them. But meanwhile, speaking of highlights, Brandon Saad has come up with a couple of dandies here.
Game Miller time brought to you by Miller Lite. Brandon Saad with the beautiful little spin around backhand to Patrick Kane for a wide open net, and all of a sudden it's Brandon Saad all by himself. Forehand, backhand, right between the legs of Nicholas Backstrom.
All right, now the Hawks able to shoot it in. Stoner knocks it up the board. Picked off Mills. Back 2-on-1 with Bowling. Mills cutting in now. Shooting. And a save made. Then it might have been goalpost as well after getting past Backstrom. Oh, Brad Mills looking for his first snipe as a member of the Hawks. He does have an NHL goal, but that was several years ago back when he was with the New Jersey Devils. The only NHL action he'd ever had before Saturday night was with the Devils. He had 31 games there in New Jersey. He had a goal and an assist a few years back.
He's played well, Pat. He's had some good hits, get an opportunity, kill some penalties.
That may be the thing.
Part.
Yes. You know, it's certainly been a troublesome area for the Hawks in the early part of this year. And things continue to move along nicely for him there. That may do as much as anything to keep him here in Chicago.
Yeah, more opportunity.
Parise moving in. Dropped it back. Scandella's long one. Never got through to Kane. Kane gets into the zone, knocked away from him, and cleared to center. Here's Scandella for the Wild, and this is sellout crowd of the XL Energy Center has been silenced by a very solid performance turned in by the visitors this evening. Here's a long pass finding Bickle shooting. He just fired it wide. That's all the way back to center.
The score's a little misleading, Pat, because you go back to that second period, Corey Crawford with a couple of really, really good stops when the game was certainly in doubt.
And some of the first period, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, really was very close until the late stages of the second when the Hawks extended the lead to 3-1. But I don't think it should be overlooked that the guy wearing number 50 after a game that he admitted was subpar on Saturday night against this team comes back with a terrific bounce back tonight. And he's going to pick up the victory in another 2.5 minutes.
Time now for our KFC fan cam.
Mills wins a draw to Bowling with a quick shot. And that's soaked up by Backstrom. So that he talked about the fourth line getting a regular rotation here in the third period with another game coming up tomorrow night against an Ottawa team that's in Chicago waiting for the Hawks to get back.
Get to see Bobby Ryan now, member of the Ottawa Senators, coming over in that trade with the Anaheim Ducks.
There's a battle into the Hawk zone, and Seabrook jumped away from Leddy, but the Hawks get it back, and both teams changing as Scandella fires it ahead, knocked away from Niederreiter. Peary centered it. Here's Saad, and he got a good chance, just fired it wide. And back comes Fontaine. Chalmerson back with Koivu. In behind Parise. Centered it, missed Fontaine. It goes out. Now picked up by Bickle. Here's Shaw clearing it for Bickle, bounced away from him, and Suter cleared the zone. We get down to a minute to go in the game.
1 minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute.
And after a game that I think a couple of Blackhawk players the other night, afterwards on Saturday, Eddie, a couple guys said it maybe their worst game of the year, and certainly got their attention. A much more solid performance tonight in Minnesota against a team that had been playing great at home. It was not the story this evening.
Yeah, they had the puck. They set the tempo and got some key saves from their goaltender in the first and the second period, and took advantage of some opportunities.
And there's another good stop by Crawford on a Scandella blast. Mills the other way. Fights his way into the zone. He's going to try to drive the net. Mills to the forehand. It just escaped him before he could shoot it. He'll try from a bad angle. Good save by Backstrom on a redirect from Kruger. Well, the clock winds down, and the Chicago Blackhawks have picked up a W tonight, raising their record to 7-2-3. And Corey Crawford, rock solid, facing 30 shots, and only one eluded him. And he was really there when the Hawks needed him, particularly in the early stages of the game. But there is our Lexus Pursuing Perfection player of the game that you just saw, Brandon Saad. He had a spectacular third period with a highlight film type of assist right here, setting up Patrick Kane for a tap in. And then after he was the recipient of a pass from Duncan Keith, he gave a little, oops, that little black thing behind you. Right between the wickets of Nick Backstrom. So a big third period and performance from Brandon Saad. He's our Lexus Pursuing Perfection player of the game. For our CSN crew and Eddie Olczyk, Pat Foley, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. The Hawks 5, the Wild 1. Pat and Steve are standing by in the Chicago studios.